Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We have the latest news. I think we are going to be forced to use the Zig, like it or not. Please like and subscribe so that it helps us with the algorithm of YouTube.
To officiate at the International Business Conference. The business conference is being held on the sidelines of the 64th edition of the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair. Allow me to acknowledge and appreciate the board and management of ZITF company and the National Economic Consultative Forum for putting together this high-level engagement platform. This conference has become an important annual event in shaping the discourse on national development. This year's theme, innovation, the catalyst for industrialization and trade, could not be more apt in a world demanding progress. Innovation holds the key to unlocking new industrial frontiers and preparing trade to newer extraordinary heights. As the country marches towards becoming an empowered and prosperous upper middle income society by 2030, this theme resonates deeply with our collective aspirations as espoused in the National Development Strategy 1, where one of the 14 priority areas in human capital development is human capital development and innovation. In that regard, it is essential for us as the citizenry to harness innovation for the improvement of our industries and commerce, in sync with the President, His Excellency Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa's vision for this great nation, for Zimbabwe, our only motherland. Ladies and gentlemen, the world stands at crossroads as it faces complex challenges: global geopolitics, climate change, resource scarcity, and catching up with a rapidly evolving technological landscape. While these challenges exist, there are also hatcheries for immense opportunities. Innovation is therefore the engine that propels us forward, transforming raw ideas into practical solutions that revolutionize industries. It is important to note that innovation does not exist in a vacuum. It thrives on collaboration and symbolic exchange. As new industrial processes and groundbreaking technologies emerge, the transformation of trade also unfolds on a global scale. Innovation thus enables us to foster stronger trade relationships and to create new markets and opportunities for businesses everywhere. Government is alive to the fact that successful innovation requires a supportive ecosystem that includes robust infrastructure and enabling policies. In that regard, government is investing heavily in infrastructural development to improve connectivity enhance productivity, and unlock new growth opportunities and trade. In addition to fiscal infrastructure, today we stand on the cusp of a new era driven by innovation in the digital economy. As a nation, we recognize the transformative power of information communication technology in shaping our future and driving economic growth. We must embrace innovation, foster creativity, and invest in digital infrastructure to propel our economy forward. A case in point is the launch of the 1,500 kilometer fiber optic running along the Dabuka railway line to increase connectivity for greenfields, institutions, and other economic hubs along the railway line. Government has made huge strides in spearheading the adoption of information communication technologies and rolling out e-government systems. To date, several electronic systems, including the e-government procurement system, national identity management, integrated financial management information system, integrated electronic case management system, and the Zimbabwe Electric Single Window for the Zimbabwe Revenue Authority, among others, have been launched. This helps streamline administrative processes, improve service delivery, and enhance transparency and accountability. In this rapidly evolving landscape, I urge the business community to harness the potential of emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence and the Internet of Things to create new opportunities, improve efficiency, and enhance competitiveness on the global stage. By prioritizing research and development, supporting entrepreneurship, and promoting digital literacy, we can unlock the full potential of our workforce and drive sustainable growth. Tourism remains one of the major sources of foreign currency and trade. While its labor-intensive nature makes a huge contribution to employment creation, hence it should not be exempt from this innovation drive. I was somewhere where I thought it was somebody knocked at my door, says, "Your breakfast is ready." I opened the door, but I found this human being very funny. And I took my breakfast and said, "Thank you," turned, closed the door, and went away. That was a robot. So, you must also, Honorable Minister, think that way together with the Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education. It's not impossible, it's possible. Nothing is impossible under the sun. So yes, we have got too many who can be working, but we can also improve in that area, innovation. That's what is key. Hence, it should not be exempt from this innovation drive. I'm talking the area of tourism. The tourism sector registered a 34% increase in tourist arrivals in 2023. exceeding the pre-COVID tourist arrivals. The growth of the sector has been further boosted by increased domestic tourism. As part of efforts to enhance destination promotion, government continues to boost its online presence in source markets through digital marketing. These digital marketing efforts, coupled with recent deployment of tourism attachés in key source markets and participation at major international travel and tourism fairs, are expected to boost our international tourist arrivals and tourism revenue. The envisaged benefits include, among others, informed decision-making through the real-time collection of tourist statistics, effective and efficient licensing through online registration of tourism operators, as well as the plugging of potential tourism revenue leakages in the sector through the integration of levy correction at the point of sale for tourism products and services. On education, education is the cornerstone of innovation. Through our heritage-based Education 5.0 policy, we have made sure that as a country, we strive to foster creativity, equip learners with problem-solving skills, and the technical expertise to thrive in the ever-evolving industrial landscape. During the first half of the National Development Strategy 1, 13 innovation hubs and industrial parks were established at tertiary institutions. You saw those being demonstrated by Professor Murwera. Government recently cascaded science, technology, innovation to primary and secondary levels to equip all citizens with requisite knowledge and skills starting from a tender age. September last year, when the President launched a combined conference of the Ministry of Higher and Tertiary Education and Research and Development, so we can combine those two to work hand in glove, our research center. We said, the President said, no, yes, we have put Education 5.0 at university level. We need now to cascade down. We start at ECD. So our children, as young as they are, they must start learning mathematics. They must start to play with toys so that they understand what it is all about engineering. They must start to learn science. Yes, somebody was talking about here, we talk languages. Some might be great linguists, but unfortunately, you don't build a wall with languages. You need a brick. You need whatever, mortar, whatever it is made out of, whether it's cement or it's pure soil, you need that. And you need a trowel. And you put a brick upon brick and a wall stands. Or you put a brick upon brick and a wall stands. and you put two pieces of iron and you create something. So that's what we would want to see our children starting at that early stage. And we shall leapfrog because resources we have got. Our people are intelligent and they will do it. And so that education, it is properly given at the right age, nothing will stop the Zimbabweans. In addition, government has made great strides in satellite manufacturing, assembly, testing, and collaborative research framework in space engineering. This innovation has ensured that we now have Zimbabwean human capital capable of designing, manufacturing, assembling, testing, and launching satellites into space. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a stable macroeconomic environment is critical in nurturing and harnessing innovation towards full industrialization and trade. Noting the exchange rate induced instabilities that had engulfed our economy, government through the central bank has introduced the structured currency, the Zimbabwe gold, and in short, ZIG. And ZIG is there to stay forever. That shall at all times be anchored and fully backed by a compost basket of reserves, comprising foreign currency and our God-given precious mineral, predominantly gold. This bold step symbolizes government's unwavering commitment to the de-dollarization program, premised on fiscal discipline, monetary prudence, and economic revitalization. When we talk of, say, predominantly gold, we can't keep tons of coal in the central bank or chrome or iron or lithium or platinum. We will sell them and we have got our gold. And we shall dig, and every gram of gold shall not leave Zimbabwe. We are going to put measures, strict measures, that can see heads rolling. Every gram must be accounted of our gold. We need our gold, and because it is God given, no one came with gold in Zimbabwe, but it's in our soil. If we don't want to mine it, it will stay there, but no one should touch it. So, the money we are talking about here, the Zimbabwe gold, is going to be anchored firmly, as we have heard from the Deputy Governor, by our gold, and gold we get it from all our resources. Just now we will be soon going into gas and oil, and that will be turned into gold. And our ZIG is not like any other currency, it's firmly controlled. And it shall be like that. The Zimbabwe gold currency will serve as a reliable medium of exchange, a store of value, and a unit of account supporting our efforts to attract investment, stimulate growth, and enhance the country's competitiveness in the global marketplace, and ultimately achievement of our developmental aspirations. In addition, the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe has also adopted market-driven exchange rate system based on the concept of a willing buyer, willing seller. These arrangements, supported by the Reserve Bank's commitment to optimal money supply management, will go a long way in fostering exchange rate stability, thus minimizing exchange rate premiums of yesteryears. To ensure the exchange rate remains stable, government is committed to use 50% of the foreign currency proceeds from surrender requirements for strategic interventions in the foreign exchange interbank market, a development which will also enhance the demand for the local currency. The new currency will therefore not be subject to exchange rate volatility or manipulation by speculators. And so speculators should cease. Somewhere jumping around, trying to play around in the supermarkets, we know. Behave or you get shut down. Or we lock you. Two things. Furthermore, in order to create super demand for the new Zimbabwe gold, government through Treasury has also issued a mandatory instruction to all public entities to pay 50% taxes through quarterly payment declarations in ZiG. The monetary policy statement has realigned interest rates, which used to be around 130% to 20%, a positive development that will go a long way in supporting credit to the productive sectors and boosting the country's growth prospects. The expected benefits of these monetary policy measures are huge and quite comforting. The structured currency and the accompanying monetary policy framework will ensure price and exchange rate stability, which is critical for value preservation. I heard the Deputy Governor talking about the interest rates. We would want to see them getting down and down and down until they are at the level where we go down below the 10, and then we start talking about, do we go down to 5? Not up, up, up. We want them to go down. As long as there is financial discipline, it will be done. This will be yet to be done. In addition, the structured currency is expected to support long-term business planning and encourage savings and investments in the economy. This will go a long way in restoring confidence in the domestic currency. The stability of the ZiG will boost investor confidence in the economy and lead to increased production and exports. The economy will also experience an increase in domestic demand as people's purchasing power gradually improves amid low and stable prices. Government through the central bank will, however, continue to monitor interest rates, as I've just said, to curb speculative borrowing, to ensure optimal money supply, and to keep inflation under control. The ZIG is expected to provide a lasting solution to angering inflation expectations, which is critical for sustained price and exchange rate stability in the economy. Given these boundless benefits, I therefore call on the public, the private sectors, you are yourselves in the majority here, including the households, labor and businesses, civic society, and the international community, to fully embrace and support the Zimbabwe gold currency. We have done away with the bond which we had inherited from the time of Rhodesia when it went after declaring UTI. They were given sanctions by the United Nations Security Council. That's why they came with the bond. The bond did not come with Zimbabwe. It came with the Rhodesia. It was the Rhodesia bond, that red note which you used to see. So the bond is away. We now have our Zimbabwe currency. We now have our what? Zimbabwe currency. Support it. Distinguished participants, energy is a critical input to successful innovation drive. Without an adequate energy supply, it will be difficult to unleash the innovation potential of our scientists. Noting the reduced power generation at Kariba and Hwange due to low water levels and aging power generation plants, the country is currently pursuing various renewable energy power sources through independent power producers. Several solar power plants are under construction around the country, including the 300 megawatts Chipangai Renewable Energy Technology Park, the 30 megawatts Vungu Solar Project, the 25 megawatts Power Venture Projects in Chirobe, Hwange, and 10 megawatts Riverside Solar Power Plant in Mtoko. Relatedly, the discovery of vast lithium resources compels us to value add and ensure the local manufacture of lithium batteries for solar energy generation. Local manufacture of lithium batteries will make them more affordable and accessible to the general populace. As the world shifts from fossil fuel-powered vehicles to electric vehicles, we should strategically position ourselves to benefit from our lithium resources. We need to have the lithium vehicles made in Zimbabwe. We are the producers of the lithium. They have to be made in Zimbabwe. Given these developments, we should become a hub for the manufacture of lithium-based products. Plans are also on course to explore wind energy generation with wind resource assessment, feasibility studies having been commissioned during technical support by the African Development Bank. Government has also adopted a deliberate policy of establishing hydropower plants at every dam under construction. As government, we urge corporates to support these initiatives by also putting up independent power generation facilities that can also feed onto the national grid. Yes, we talk of investment, but if one is coming for a major investment project which requires a lot of electricity, let's help each other. That's what we are saying. Put something that can be used to run that company. Solar, and in the case where near the dams, put a small hydro. The excess, put it in the national grid. It's a win-win situation. That's what we would want to see from our corporates. I'm quite happy that quite a number of corporates have heeded government's call, and they have put up energy plants where they are either doing major mining operations or they are doing processing. They have constructed energy plants, and we are happy with that. We would want you to keep up that spirit. Given the climate change-induced uncertainties in weather patterns, it becomes imperative for us to be at the forefront in terms of innovativeness in the agricultural sector, which is a major source of our manufacturing sector throughput. As you may be aware, following the El Nino-induced drought during 2023-2024 summer cropping season, the country is expected to harvest about a third of its projected agricultural output. Cognizant of this and the need to secure food for all Zimbabweans, the President, His Excellency Comrade Emerson Damzo Mnangagwa, has since declared a national disaster. This has paved the way for the intervention of the international community, development and humanitarian partners, financial institutions, churches, and the private sector in making sure that no one will die of hunger in the country. His Excellency the President indicated that $2 billion United States dollars will be required to cover grain importation, replenish the strategic grain reserves by mopping locally produced maize, transportation, training of enumerators, beneficiary registration, distribution, and other related costs. I therefore call upon you in your different capacities to support these efforts to ensure food security for all Zimbabweans. Training of enumerators, these are not for voter enumerators or census. We want to know each and every household who don't have adequate food. Yeah? Are we together? Census. No, we want enumerators so we know each and every household in our country who has food, who doesn't have food, because we don't want anyone to suffer. We want government to assist those families, those households who are in need of food. In order to mitigate the effects of the El Nino-induced drought, government has also embarked on an expanded winter wheat program, targeting a total of 120,000 hectares, funded through the Commercial Bank of Zimbabwe, Agriculture Finance Corporation, Food Crop Contractors Association, and individual farmers. In addition, government is reactivating winter maize projects in Chiredzi, Muzarabani, and Binga to augment grain supplies. Government is also enhancing irrigation development and is targeting to develop 133,000 hectares to bring the total under irrigation to 350,000 hectares by year 2028. Furthermore, government is accelerating the presidential rural development programs, which target to drill 10,000 boreholes in 10,000 villages by November this year. Innovation remains a critical pillar and driver for sustainable agriculture, food systems, and rural transformation and industrialization. We should ensure appropriate and responsible agriculture investment in the rural space, as well as productive and forward-looking collaborations and partnerships involving the public and private sectors and development partners in a whole of stakeholders approach. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, the same spirit of innovation must also cascade to our mining sector. Given our vast mineral resource endowments, our minerals are God-given. And I repeat, our minerals are God-given. And Zimbabweans should benefit from every mineral extracted in Zimbabwe. This will be achieved by ensuring that government has substantial shareholding in all major mining operations. The lithium boom that we are experiencing as a country should strongly change the industrial and economic landscape of the country through value addition and beneficiation. We should be leaders in the manufacture of lithium-based products. In addition, Zimbabwe recently discovered oil and gas. Thus, we are poised to become a player in the global petroleum industry. In that regard, government shall continue to develop policies and set up industrial parks to foster and promote mineral value addition and beneficiation. I therefore challenge the private sector to take the lead in developing the value chains that exist in the mining sector. We are excited that the Zimbabwean economy has been on the positive growth trajectory, with real gross domestic product growth of 8.5% being recorded in 2021, 6.5% in 2022, 5.5% in 2023, and 3.5% growth rate being projected in this year, 2024, despite the El Nino-induced drought that is upon us. It is gratifying to note that capacity utilization in the manufacturing industry increased significantly from 52.6% in 2017 to 66% in 2022. However, it declined to 56% in 2023 owing to power supply challenges. On a positive note, shelf space occupants of locally manufactured goods in retail outlets increased sharply from 55% in 2021 to 80% in 2022 and 2023 respectively. Going forward, government is crafting the Zimbabwe National Industrial Development Policy aimed at leapfrogging our transition from a primary commodity-based economy towards a technologically advanced and diversified economy. As a member of the Southern African Development Community, SADC, Zimbabwe fully subscribes to the SADC industrialization strategy that emphasizes innovation, transformation, and strengthening inter-industrial links. Our strategic location and well-developed infrastructure network make Zimbabwe a gateway to the vast African continental free trade area. A market of 1.3 billion people across the continent with a combined gross domestic product valued at 3.4 trillion United States dollars. This presents a great opportunity to expand your reach and forge new partnerships across the continent. Distinguished innovators, I now call you innovators. I hope you have now graduated into innovation. Zimbabwe offers a wealth of opportunities across key sectors of the economy, such as manufacturing, mining, agriculture, and tourism. Over the years, the overall ease of doing business environment in Zimbabwe has been improving. Government has been pursuing ease of doing business reforms as part of broad measures to enhance the country's competitiveness and investment environment. I encourage you to join us in shaping the future. Invest in Zimbabwe and become an architect of global supply chains. Zimbabwe is on the move to become a producer of high-value goods and services, not just for ourselves, but for the global market. We need a nurturing ecosystem for the spark of innovation to truly ignite a global inferno of progress. This requires collaborative efforts of government, academia, and established corporations. The Second Republic, EMBRI, led by the President, His Excellency Dr. Emerson Damzo Mnangagwa, leads the way with supportive policies, streamlined regulations, access to capital and tax incentives that empower aspiring industrial innovators. Together, through innovation, we can unlock a world of possibilities for a brighter future. We can create new industries, forge strong trade relationships, generate jobs that propel economies forward. Let us commit in nurturing this spirit of innovation, unleashing the potential of a new era of industrialization and trade. With these remarks, it is my pleasure to declare the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair 2024 International Business Conference officially opened.